Hello everybody! I haven't done a proper unboxing video in a while, so today we're going to be taking a look at this Nextube. This is a Nixie inspired clock/display that I just got from Kickstarter campaign. Alright, let's make it short and sweet. My name is Len and you're watching Made in Basement. If you don't know, a cold cathode display, commonly known as a Nixie Tube, was an old tech from 50s and 60s. It's a vacuum tube that's used for displaying numbers and other information. Long forgotten, it made a comeback a few years ago in the form of very cool, retro-looking clocks. Nixies stopped being produced around 1980s, but there's still new old stock that could be found in the former Soviet Union. Nextube was a project on Kickstarter, created by Hong Kong-based company Rotrix in fall of 2021. It's an interesting project, a clock that uses small LCD panels that can emulate Nixie Tube's digits, and not just that. Since it's just a bunch of LCD screens, you can display anything you want on them. I've attempted building my own Nixie clock before, but never had time to finish it. So I took a chance and backed the Nextube project in September of last year. Promised release date came and went as Rotrix was having some supply and other technical issues with clocks, but finally it's here. Clock packaged in a very nice small box that looks professionally designed. Top section contains a USB power supply and a high quality braided USB-A to USB-C cable. And finally, the Nextube clock itself. Beautiful wood base with 6 screens under real glass domes and what looks like 3 capacitive touch buttons. In the back there's an USB-C port and a bunch of holes for the speaker. On the bottom there is a metal base with some, I think, rubber feet. The whole thing is kind of heavy and feels very solid. Additionally, I ordered an extra glass tube which came in a separate box. Unfortunately, the clock came with zero documentation, not even a card, with the link where you can download manuals and software. Let's plug it in and see if it works. Back of the screens have RGB LEDs on them. During boot up sequence, a matrix animation is shown, followed by loading hourglass graphics. It took a little while for the program to load. By default, clock shows Nixie digits with the last tube displaying weather, temperature and date. Pressing buttons switches different modes of the clock. They call it apps. But there doesn't seem to be any way to adjust time using these buttons. Because there is no way to adjust clock without an external program, I found and downloaded Rotrix Nextube Studio software. I had some serious issues installing it under Windows 10 because the software was unsigned. In fact, the program was blocked by antivirus, reporting it as a Trojan. Not really willing to take a chance, I dusted off my old Windows 7 VM sandbox and loaded the program there. It took me another half an hour to find and install the correct USB driver, but eventually I was able to connect to the clock and update location and other settings. After initial update via USB, all future changes could be done with Wi-Fi, which is also much faster. Besides updating settings, software lets you change digit graphics and apps or modes installed in the clock. In addition to the clock, there's also a timer, alarm, subscriber count, and some other apps which I haven't had chance to try yet. There's an awesome Facebook community dedicated to Nextube, and they have made some amazing modifications to the clock and released some very cool looking digit graphics. So far, personally, I am very happy about the clock, despite all the delays, buggy software, and lacking documentation. One feature I really wish those had is an ambient light sensor. Without it, clock can't really be used in the bedroom due to the screen brightness. And of course, I really wish there was a way to adjust time via buttons. I'm hoping it would be added via future firmware updates. Thanks for watching and stay safe!